Hello everyone, welcome to this gameplay commentary video. Unlike my deck profile videos, these are entirely focused on the gameplay. This video is for the TCG World Championship Top 8 match between Sky Striker and Crystron K9. Once the deck lists are available, I will link them in the description. But with no further ado, enjoy! I chose to showcase this match on YouTube because it was my favourite one. If you want to see more commentary, both top 4 matches and the finals are on Metafy, which you can trial for free with the limited promo code Balance100. But also be sure to check out the VOD itself down below, because Konami did a great job with Worlds this year. I reacted to these as the livestream was still happening on the Sunday. It just took me a while to upload them. Roselle playing Striker, and Isaias playing Crystron K9. Isaias, I assume, was the only X3 or one of the only X3s to make the top 8. Must have had strong tiebreakers. I believe, was that Roselle winning and choosing to go first? I think it was. Oh no, other way around. Yeah, so Crystron going first. Conclusion's a good start. Especially if this then leads into Jokal plus Salvador. Yeah, immediately grabbing the Salvador here, I think is a big tell that we have a Jokal in the hand. Can't quite tell. Or no, we don't actually. It might just be... Yeah, I think we are just playing Crystron with his hand. Yeah, because we are now machine locked. Salvador effects go down 2. We see Nibiru in my hand as well. That full loss I see. I think it was either a second Nibiru or a Lupus, but we'll see. Yeah, Smyger is going to be the obvious dump. Smyger Tristaros makes sense. Yeah, they're thinking though if Tristaros is the correct second send, and they do go for it. Yeah, send Smyger Tristaros. And we can get the inclusion to reborn Tristaros. Doing this first is quite nice because it means that now we can chain to a hand trap if they do it. If we were to go Smyger immediately afterwards, but they're not going to do that. They're just going to go ahead and synchro off into. I don't know how to pronounce this card. I haven't probably read it. I think it's. Oh, there we go. Elescaletus. Add back the inclusion. And then pop this, summon 2 from deck. Yeah. This makes sense. I never played the new Crystron support yet, but I played against it a lot. Yeah, this seems like the right sort of thing to do with only inclusion. Just go through this board of Infinity, Tristaros for Dawn Dragster, and then you have a trap from Smyger as well. Go into Infinity. Then Smyger effect to go search. Grab the cluster. So yeah, we have, what is it, Cluster, Nibiru, Infinity, and effectively Dawn Dragster with this Tristaros. Yeah, set a trap. Yeah, cool. It is Lupus, I think. Lupus Nibiru. It was both 2 Nibiru and Lupus. See Ray in the hand. Is that Ray in 5 spells, I think? Not bad if so, not bad. Sequencing is a big thing here, of course. Starting with normal summon Ray. Which is always good in every format because Ray trades so well. I think she's trying to bait the Infinity here. I think I saw an engage in the hand as well. Is that Book of Eclipse? I'm trying to guess, but I guess we'll see either way. Letting Ray resolve, okay. This makes sense. I think the reason for letting it resolve is that you can use Infinity on the Link 2 effects. And that just feels like a better use of your negate that way. Because then they can't do it again in the same turn. I think here you have to Infinity, honestly. Oh, you don't? Okay. Actually, I guess that's fair, right? I guess you only infinity if they do the link to's other effect to tribute summon 2 and pop. Because she's only opting to search, I guess it's fine. Because you have Dawn Dragster for the next spell or trap. It's correct to infinity the link 2 if they're doing the effect of pop. Because obviously then you have to. But link 2 to search is perfectly fine. Because you have the chain into Dawn Dragster. Could have even be a consideration to... Oh, what the... oh, never mind. Oh, okay, pause. I was going to say, it could even be a consideration to chain Tristaros to Ray tagging out. But I guess we might have chose to not do that, in case they chained the Widowmaker. That might have been the thought process here. But going back to the present though, this Mega Fleet was a big surprise. Makes sense playing it too, right? Because it's a easy way to deal with Infinity. Because all of your links are machine. Eclipse forcing out the Dawn Dragster, that's huge as well. Engage. And even though this monster is face down in the EMZ, we can send it off with linkage. Is that Frost I saw? Not sure. But yeah, it was Eclipse, as we mentioned earlier. I think we know there's another engage in my hand too, because she opened one and then searched another. Unless I'm mistaken. Linkage here. So worth noting that this will be the 4th summon. Adding back engage. Okay, thinking hard here it seems. Or no, just go battle phase. Yeah, cool. Because it gains the attack boost from linkage, so it can punch over the Dawn Dragster. Now we're gonna go engage here. Grab another linkage. Now, if we did open the engage at the start, we might do it quite soon. But that might have been me seeing a different card instead. Yeah, okay, cool. We're gonna set 4. Set 5, nice. That's very good. Because, yeah, we're gonna pop the Shizuku. Okay, so we didn't bring back Raven Grave here. We didn't do it early in return. I think this makes sense. We would then have to use the tag out effect early, like really early in Asi's turn. And I think perhaps the reason to not do it there is because we're going to bring it out anyway, right? By going linkage into the link 2 and then go link 2 summon Ray and Rose in Asi's turn now. So then that way we can use Ray a bit more conveniently by not triggering it in the end phase, because we would otherwise have to do it quite early. So viewing his options, we have Smyger Banished, we do have inclusion from last turn. I think he drew another Fua Loss for turn, so his hand is double Nibiru, double Fua Loss, not ideal. Ray, link to Mega Fleet, Kagari Shizuku, so yeah, we could have Nibiru'd, but we chose not to. I trust his judgments, but I feel like if we Nibiru there, then we didn't let them get to Shizuku anyway, right? And then we can pop a back row with Cluster instead. Because then she has to make Zeke. Starting defense mode. Popping inclusion. Inclusion effect, reborn. Chain Callby. Ooh, that's a good one. I didn't see the target of inclusion there. Chain Cluster to pop... Wait, pop in Callby? I'm wondering why we didn't chain to target a back row instead. Okay, linkage, chain anchor, send it off, makes sense. Go into the link 2. This seems really good for Roselle still, because Isaias is still being forced to play pure Crystron. Which isn't a bad deck, but when your hand is double Fua, double Nibiru, it's not ideal at all. Okay, making the Clockwork Knight here. Which the effects won't be doing much, because I doubt we main deck the spell. So common side deck card for Yummy. Kagari effects. And back. Engage. I think Asias might have just passed turn here, which is why we're doing this now. So it's now looking pretty much over in this game 1. Gonna go ahead and link to... Yep. This might be for the third 0 if we play it, or for Zeke. Yeah, going for Zeke. Then engage. And we do have another Kagari in the deck too. So we can just go... just go battle phase here, honestly, right? Because you can just use Kagari in battle phase to add back linkage. Linkage is huge damage, and also keep in mind that when we punch over the Clockwork Knight, we can reborn the Rose as well. But it's unlikely that we will, because if we do that, we can't use linkage. Yeah, just go linkage here, send off, make Kagari, have a back linkage. Swing for, it's at least 3k plus all the spells in the grave. Then linkage again. Similarly to poke, and then, yeah. Tag, and then, yeah, cool. Nice. There we go, game 1 going to Striker. We see Asias go first with Joke or Salvador. Joke effect to go search. Going to go ahead and grab Izuna, yeah, Izuna. And I see the elements in my hand too. Yes, we will likely use this elements if we get hand trapped here to grab the lantern. And the nice part, right, is that if we don't have to use elements right now, we can hold it for turn 3 and get the destroy effect potentially. Yeah, I doubt we're going to use elements right now because we have lantern already. Yeah, reason why Crystron K9 is so good is because it's the best thing we have to pure K9 that's good, because the K9 half boards by themselves are never good enough into Yummy. But what's good with this is that you can so easily just bridge into Crystron with this infinite track cards. Meaning that you're never having to really play pure K9 when you open up all K9. It's a big issue of the big K9 package in most decks is that it doesn't really bridge into the other engine apart from with Crystron. And Sayuja in Vanquish or K9 isn't that good until we get the new level 5, the Noroi, I believe it's called. Attribute off the River Stormer, bring back Scrap Recycler. Dump another Soul Fafnir. Roselle laying her hand face down. Sometimes this can be a bluff, but since it's Striker, it's unlikely that there's hand traps. Pitching inclusion for Fafnir, pop Fafnir affects some from deck. Solves the door affects mill 2. Then we go link 2 into SP. Oh, Haggard actually, okay, interesting. We're holding SP for later, perhaps? It could be it. Okay, so now back to Roselle. Engage first of all. And I think seeing Upstart in her deck is a big indication that She just doesn't play hand traps, or at least not like many of them. Adding Widow Anchor. I mean, if the hand is strong enough, the Judgment could be pretty good if we can break the board and then set it as well. That's pretty good. Chain Inclusion, sorry, Cluster to pop the Infinity to dodge the Anchors, also pretty good too, actually. This does now mean, though, for Roselle that there is no more pop nor negate from Infinity, but there is still the... I don't recall actually if Isaias... I think we did see him search for a quick play spell, didn't we, for Rank Up spell? The X-Forced release. So, there's still that. Activate Thrust. Ash on Thrust, that's pretty strong, that's pretty good. Chain Linkage. Okay, this is quite smart here of Roselle, right? Because by setting a card here, it means that if we went Thrust and then just Chain Linkage to Thrust, Isaias could have just chained the spell, the rank up spell, and popped Thrust, and then Linkage can't resolve. But because she set a card before this, it means that Linkage is pretty much guaranteed to resolve here. Let's see, just us being chained, summoning Soulfeth Door. Go into Dawn Dragster. And Linkage resolves. Thrust gets ashed. And in a new chain, yeah, we're not going to use such effects. We're going to use the effects of this with priority. Going to resolve. This is pretty good. We can now just pop the Ripper to turn off the X-Forced release. Really good spot here for Roselle. See a link to into Zeke, or we're gonna make Kagari first to back engage. Just link to here. Azalea. Azalea onto the cluster. That's pretty strong. Means it won't be alive for next turn. An attack. And then get rid of it. Banish to pop it. Oh, we can go main phase 2, link off, make Kagari. Recurve engage. Ooh, Impum's strong there actually. That's nice, that's nice. Lacking that engage jab back, because that wasn't really ending on too much here, just a back row and a search in the end phase. Okay, 2 back row. I don't think we knew the card in hands. Adding the quick play spell to the hand. Lemnis Gate is pretty good, but yeah, it's tough because we couldn't search Engage or Linkage there because they're both in the graveyard. And maybe we don't play Hornet Drones. Either that or there's enough reason to not add it in the end phase there. Okay, we're going to start with Case. Yeah, I don't think we have 3 Aquas and Pyros in the graveyard currently, right? We have 2. Just Joker Lantern. So we're going to try and get a third in the graveyard, I believe, is the idea here, right? We're going to go Joker Isna. And then this will get the third Dark Aqua / Pyro in the graveyard for the elements to pop a card. Because I believe that the elements can pop any card, not just a face-up card. Let me check. Yeah, pop any card. Okay, cool. Adding Lupus, and we're dumping Joker there to make the elements live. Going to Xyz first though, which is interesting. Okay, making the Imperial Queen, which can reborn at level 5, onto either field. So funny enough, you can put it onto their field, which turns off Linkage and Anchor. That is a good judgment. So now we can just use elements, right? Deal with the other back row. And then we can just play with our Crystron engine here. Well, actually, we have Lantern back, right? So that's even better. So we force the interaction with elements and recurred Lantern too, which is huge. Okay, overlaying both. Is that Valon we're going for? Okay, Valon. I think we were relying, right, on this princess to get back into our engine by reviving the Sulfador. Yeah. But then of course it was met by Judgment, so we couldn't get back into it. Yeah, I guess the tough part, right, is that it was hard to make a rank 5 that could detach material to get that third thing in the graveyard for the elements. Draw for turn. Go to main phase. Upslot Goblin. It's pretty good. Ash Upslot Goblin. Yeah, the last card's Lennis Gate, so yeah, that means it makes perfect sense to Ash the Upslot Goblin, given how we know the last card is Lennis Gate. I'm gonna flip Zeus to attack mode and Lupus and just punch for 53. Is that the play? But yeah, we do have a Lemnis Gate here. And this Lupus will get banished as well, which is really good. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're doing it to bounce 2, pretty much. Which essentially is to return 6. And it's an equal number of striker names and spells. Which is fantastic too, because it means you get to recycle your links without having to play a bad card like Hercules Space. So I believe this is a top deck war now, right? Draw for turn. Main phase. Terraforming. Okay, well, Area 0 can't pop anything here. Oh, Chicken Game. Crazy, okay. And we're playing all the draw cards in this deck. There's a lot of good draws here too for Roselle. A lot of bad ones too, of course, but I feel like even the bad draws are interruption at this point, which is good. So the issue is that now Asias can draw a card next turn too with Chicken Game if we don't draw a good card here, so this might decide the game, this draw 1 right now. She hummed on hardware, but seemed quite disappointed. He's going to use Chicken Game to draw cards. Picked up, what was that? That's a Droll. It's not too great at this point in the game. Droll, even in a simplified game state against Striker, is not too great. Okay, now we get another draw from Chicken Game, so let's see if we draw something good here. Draw at this point isn't too bad actually, right? Because if we drew Engage, then that does buy us a turn. Pretty crazy top deck war. Normal Summon Ray. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's really good. In fact, I believe that might just be game over. Yeah, Ray is, for those unaware, is effectively Chandra. But it might not have been the case here. There's a reason why that wasn't game. Elements is really good here. I get to add back the Lantern again from Graveyard and destroy a card on the field, taking it out. A linkage, that's pretty good, it's pretty strong. This is a pretty good game too. Drawing a card here with the chicken game. Okay, picking up a Impum. That's not ideal at this point in the game, really. It's not the worst, but it's not a Crystron card. Gonna use Lantern or no? What rank 5s we have left at this point? Yeah, just passing back. That looks like game then, surely. We're just passing back. It would seem that way. Yeah. We need... I was gonna say we can't game them probably because of chicken game being on the board. Yeah. Kagari again. Chain Phantasme is pretty good. Okay, let's see what they're talking about here.
He gave enough time and now she's targeting but there.
Ooh, Blackroot Loves. And then Impum on Kagari. So Blackroot Loves means that Phantasme will not touch down either. So that's pretty good. It's not the strongest Blackroot in the world, obviously, because Phantasme will stay in the hand for a future turn. Shizuku effects in the end phase to go search. However, Isaias is now staring down a Blackroot Laughs in the graveyard and engage in the hand, so this looks really good for Roselle here. Yeah, and I believe we used Chicken Game to destroy itself last turn, right? I think. Foolish Barrel was a good one though. But with Smiger gone, we can't really do that much with it. It's not that crazy. Yeah. So now we're going, what, Lantern onto Izuna. Tribute Summon Phantasme and Judgment it. Oh, that's insane. That's crazy. Halving down to 250, engage. I'm going to go ahead and search linkage and draw a card, and that's going to be it, pretty much. That was a amazing game, though. I love watching that. That was sick. There we go. What a game. That was amazing. To see not only more, but exclusive gameplay videos, you can check out my page on Metafy. If you use the promo code, you get your first month completely free, and if you decide it's not for you after a month, you can just cancel. But this code is limited, and once it's gone for good. Have a perfectly balanced rest of your day, and adios.